This week on the show, as usual, we do a bit of catch up to let you know what's been happening, what's been going on. But we also ask, why the heck do we still see Weinstein movies on rerun, but not The Cosby Show? Stay tuned. Hey, what is happening, everybody? This is Everyday People doing everyday shit on whatever podcast app you enjoy, as well as streaming live here on YouTube. Hope y'all doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. Trying to get this in and carry on with the day because I got one more thing to do post-show in addition to editing this show. Hanging out live with the one and only Phoebe Pruitt, sitting right yonder ways with the spotlight on her and long gray hair. Because now it looks gray. The other day it sort of looked purplish.
Yeah,
gray.
I tried to tell you it was gray and silver. And you're like, I don't think it's gray. It's just lavender.
I see right here, like right here on the front of your head, it looks like a little purple there. I wonder if that's just sunlight versus
maybe
regular light and stuff. Because right here on my screen, it looks 100%. I'm getting older gray. Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting stuff. Anyway, how you be?
Swell.
Sure about that?
Swell?
Swell? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am swell.
All right, folks. This is the show where we sit down on the mics, talk about random, regular, everyday stuff, good, bad, indifferent. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. We don't want to be one of those shows that get on here and just talk gossip stuff and stuff that nobody else can really relate to. So we don't. But this week, I mentioned in the Patreon community that the recording schedule was going to be interesting. I thought we was going to record a little bit later today, but didn't have to. Was able to start at our regular 6 p.m. time. And the reason I was thinking that is because I started a new part-time gig, part-time job, if you will. I am now a part-time chauffeur, limo driver.
Why you have to say it like that?
Because
is that the way to say it when you say chauffeur?
Well,
chauffeur.
It's chauffeur. It's French. It's le français.
Oh.
Chauffeur.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
No, I know it is, but I didn't know that, since it is a French word that you've got to say chauffeur.
Well, yeah, you should, right? Don't disrespect the language, if you will. But yeah, that was part of the not necessarily mix up, but just a concern as far as scheduling goes. More on that momentarily. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and give a very quick shout out because before the show started here in YouTube Live, we got a super chat from the one and only Miss Cinder Fractal for $10 donation. Thank you so much. And if you're looking at the screen, she has this little crown and number 1 beside her name because right now she's the top rated fan watching us live. So thank you.
Well, thank you
for the donation. It does mean a lot. Speaking of Cinder Fractal, she reached out to me on Patreon the other day on Patreon because she was wanting to get Jock's book. So get this. Let's talk about customer service, shall we? She went to said local bookstore, local big box bookstore in her town. I'm not going to say where she is. And looking for the book, didn't have it. Mm-hmm. So she asked them about, where's the book? And they're like, no, we don't have it. So she's like, well, can you get it for me online? And you order it online or whatever? And I just, handle this transaction with you, said big box store. And apparently they had no idea what the hell she was talking about and was, move on, lady. Next. that kind of thing.
So it's not like you can order the book
most of the time you can.
Store. I thought so too, but I'm saying maybe, and then that person didn't even try to figure it out.
Yeah, didn't even try. So, again, more great tales in the world of customer service and support. So she reached out to me. She says here in the chat, usually they even offer to order it. No, not this go around. Nope. But she reaches out to me, and I gave her the Amazon affiliate link to go ahead and buy it through Amazon. And I looked at my little Amazon report from time to time, and I saw that her order went through, and I could see that other things that people order and whatnot. It's pretty fascinating what people order through our Amazon affiliate store. I might do a segment on that one of these days. But folks, if you didn't know, I know we talk about using Patreon to support the show, but you can also support the show by going to auntpruitt.com/Amazon. And that'll take you to a regular Amazon page, or it'll take you to your regular Amazon app on your phone. But every time you purchase something, they'll send us a couple cents for your purchases in commission. So thank you for those that do that. Of course, the more you spend, the more pennies they send us, that kind of thing. I think we made, what was it? I think we made like 80 cents on Jock's book, something like that, but thank y'all for doing that. And thank you, Cinder Fractal, for supporting Jock in his book and his endeavors, because people are still talking about that. So thank you. Anyway, what's been going on with me with this whole chauffeur thing? So reached out about 3 weeks ago, looking for jobs, looking on Indeed, just like you do too. And they got back to me and said, yeah, let's talk, because we may be able to do something on a part-time basis or whatever. And so I went in, I set up the interview, and the guy calls me back, and he was like, yeah, I know you. Apparently he watches Twit Network. So it was good to talk to him and just sort of go down memory lane about Twit and talk about some tech and stuff. But I really appreciate him being open to the idea of we can offer you something, that kind of thing, because clearly most people around here ain't trying to hire me for whatever reason. Probably not really trying to hire you for whatever reason, but that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's going to work. No, it's okay because it's going to work out, is what I was getting ready to say. If you let me finish, it was going to work out because there's something else for us.
I still don't feel like it's okay. To not get hired. I still don't feel like it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I have come to grips with the fact that I can go to some places and apply for the job, and they look at me and look at my credentials, if you will, and have a whole prejudgment on, this dude ain't gonna stick around, or this dude is too expensive, or I can go hire this teenager and pay them a whole lot less, or I can go hire several teenagers because I know only one of them is gonna stick. That kind of thing. I get that's the game, and I see Clarence Brown is showing up in the chat. Hey, Clarence, good to see you. Thanks for being here. But yeah, that orientation for this stuff started this week. And so far it's a lot of common sense stuff. You're driving a car. Don't act like an idiot driving a car. That's the first thing. And then the other aspect of it is, yes, I drive for Lyft. In my free time or whatever, I drove for Lyft before I even came home from work today. Before we even got on this mics, I did two Lyft rides. But it's not the same. You are a Lyft driver or an Uber driver. Mm-hmm. In this, you are a chauffeur.
That's literally the title, chauffeur.
You are a chauffeur. That is what your profession is. When they go to file workers' comp, you are a chauffeur, not a driver. So that entails different things. different courtesies and considerations. Got to wear the black suit. Got to wear the tie.
Get the luggage. I mean, it's open the doors.
It is straight up concierge, like you would get at a nice hotel.
Yeah.
Except on the road. And got a cough. And fortunately, the clientele, they get that. And there's going to be some of them that expect that level of service. And then there's some of them that just, they flat out appreciate it. That's why they order that level of service instead of going to Lyft or Uber, because they want to just get from point A to point B and not worry about the car looking like crap. Or the AC not working, or the person driving like crazy. Even down to how you drive, there's a certain way that you have to drive. I don't care how bad traffic is. There's a certain way that you have to drive, and they're tracking how you're driving that car. So I'm learning a lot about that. But again, for the most part, it's just a lot of common sense, and I appreciate this orientation noting that and not necessarily babying us the way that other job, when I was the janitor. And that was the worst, the worst experience, because it was literally like they're saying, sign here on line number 1. Okay. Sign on line number 2. I mean, it was that remedial, and it was killing me that week.
I know it was.
And I'm like, come on, man. But then what was worse is every now and then there were some people that didn't get it. And I'm like, oh, and God. That's why. Y'all don't understand this?
Yeah, that's why they have to do it. It's unfortunate.
Lord. But yeah, I will tomorrow. I'll finish orientation on Sunday. I was supposed to finish it on this coming Saturday, but got to shoot Saturday. So they excused me. So I'll be shooting Saturday and then Sunday finishing orientation with another chauffeur and going from there. But starting tomorrow's, I have to put my suit on, and we're going to go out and do some more. I don't know if we're doing ride-alongs, but they basically told me and the 2 other guys that's in there, wear your suits tomorrow and be there early and this and that. So I'm sort of looking forward to that kind of new option and just seeing a different side. Because people get in the car when I do the Lyft rides, and they all sort of ask me, like, do you really like doing this? And I say, yeah, it depends on the time of day and it depends on the time of night. Because I'm not keen on somebody drunk getting in my car. I'm just not. And I'm also not keen on people getting in my car and thinking they can just talk to me any old kind of way. And if you're paying $8 for a ride, you're getting a certain kind of clientele.
You still might get them when they paying $80 for a ride.
And if it happens, I've already let old boy know. Look here, man, I'm a grown ass man. I know how much they pay, but they're not going to talk to me like a child.
Right.
I've already let them know. And to their credit, they're like, no, we don't stand for that either. Yeah, you paid us a lot of money, but no, we're humans. So we shall see. Cinder Fractal asks, what am I shooting Saturday? Well, I'm not shooting anything. I'm in an ad, in a local ad Saturday. I don't know if there's an NDA on it or not. I still haven't read through all the stuff, so I won't say just yet. But I do know it's a local ad. That's about all I know. But anyway, that's that. And I'm hoping next week, since I'll be off of my orientation, I'll get back into the flow that I envisioned with all of this, being able to drive on the weekends, that kind of thing. And during the week, do all of the admin stuff with getting these auditions and stuff done and trying to find more auditions and things like that. And I think it'll be all right, but we'll see. And if I see that it's not all right, I'll ramp it up,
Mm-hmm.
That's the thought. That's the plan. You're rather quiet over there. Anything you'd like to comment?
No.
Because you're never this quiet.
I am quiet. When you want me to listen.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah, when you want me
fair.
to listen.
That's fair. I give you that. Anyway, that's that. This is everyday people doing everyday shit. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to pause briefly for a quick commercial break. So stay right there. We'll be right back after this. And we're back. Everyday people doing everyday shit. I am Aunt Pruitt sitting on the mic. She is Phoebe Pruitt sitting on that other mic. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for watching us live on YouTube and hitting all of those positive signals, the thumbs up, the like button, the share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. It does go a long way. It also goes towards the monthly revenue to help pay bills. So thank y'all for doing that. Really do appreciate the support. Topics that I wanted to bring up, since we're talking a little bit about work, there was an article that I saw, and it ain't got nothing to do with over here in the US, but I thought it was worth discussing. Let's see if I can pull this up here. So if I hit that screen there we go. So hopefully when I hit this button, y'all see my screen, right? Yep. See the screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this comes from directnews.com, I believe was the name, Direct News. And the headline says, Iceland approves a 4-day work week in 2019. Now, nearly 6 years later, all the predictions made by Generation Z have come true. And this struck a chord with me because when I was at Twit, I think it was it might have been 2020. It might have been the weird year 2020, now that I think about it. But the Laporte family was like, no, it wasn't the family. It was Lisa, the CEO. She's like, we should go to a 4-day work week. Just like that. And of course, Mr. Laporte was like, we like the flow. And she's like, no, we should do a 4-day work week. And I remember thinking that could be problematic, but she broke it down to all of us and talked about how, yes, you work 1 more hour in a day instead of a regular 8, you work 9 hours. Okay. But you don't lose any pay. So you essentially end up working 36 hours. What's that? 9 times 4, 36.
Okay.
So you essentially, okay. Yeah, it is 36 hours. You essentially work 36 hours in a week instead of 40 hours in a week, but you don't lose any pay.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem that I had concerns with was just the flow and the load. I know how much effort it takes for me to get stuff done in a 5-day week.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm squeezing it down into 4 days. Is that going to make things harder? And come to find out, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It got to where everything just felt just as easy, except during holidays. Because when we had holidays off, we still needed to make sure shows were going out and things like that. So then we were crunched down to 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So putting 5 days worth of work into 3 days, that's hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but this story here, according, what is this? What was it in Iceland? Yeah, Iceland. Everything worked out perfectly. More people started to accept it. 86% of participants expressing strong support for this new arrangement. This overwhelming positive response propelled the program from experimental status to official implementation in 2019. And today, nearly 90% of Icelandic workers enjoy a 36-hour work week instead of the standard 40-hour work week. You have thoughts on this because you you have seen both sides of the whole workforce thing. Okay. You've been in the service industry for the most part. You've done, whoops, I hit the wrong button. That might help if I do this that way. You've done the service industry for the most part. You've done like hospitals, stuff like that. You've been in restaurants back in your early days or whatever. What? Really, dog? Did you really need that much attention? What's up with that, dude? Jeez. So you've seen the varying perspectives. You've been in the corporate America side.
I think that, I don't know. I like the 4-day work week, especially with physical labor.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it, but like you said, it's just you still got to get it done. And no job that I had, it didn't. When I was there, I didn't have projects to complete.
You didn't have like some type of production.
No, while I was there, it was those hours on the job, and then that's it. I didn't have to really go home and do other work or work. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I didn't really have those things because I wait tables. We were done. We were closed. We went home. Same thing in the restaurants. You leave. You're done. You go home. The hospital, you don't really have projects. You go home. But it would, even working in the hospital, I worked, 3 12s at that one point.
I was going to ask about that.
That was nice. I think it would have been even nicer if it wasn't on graveyard, what they call graveyard over here. If it wasn't on third shift, it would have been even better. But 3 12s, you really do work 4 days still, even working 3 12s, because one of them days are going to be spent doing absolutely nothing. Because
of the crossover? What do you mean?
Because you're tired. 3 12s, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You're not going to do anything on that one day. You're exhausted. So it's sort of like you still are unavailable for 4 days.
Cinder Fractal as she says, I worked 3 to 11. Is that third shift? I'm going to allow you to answer that.
No, where we're from, it wasn't. It was second. That was called second shift. Out here, they call it swing.
And see, that's different to me. Yeah. Because swing to me is something that I experienced. I've done swing shift. I didn't know they defined it differently over here.
I don't know. They might not. I didn't. Swing shift over here, I've heard between 3 and 11 and 6 and 2 or something like that p.m.
Yeah, I heard the 6 to 2. Yeah,
something like that.
6p to 2a.
Yeah, and we had that over there too. But more so, second shift is 3 to 11 or 2 to 10 or them hours that I absolutely hated. I hated second shift because I had children.
Yep.
And it's like right in the middle of the day.
Yep.
You got to stop everything. I don't even like going to doctor's appointments at 2:00. I don't like doing things in the afternoon. You know, I like to get it early in the morning if I can.
Yeah. And
if it's the end of the day, that's fine too. But yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to do it, but I don't. Over here in the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe for the bougie, the rich, because, you know, the rich get richer and better benefits in that area. But I don't know how.
I loved it at Twit. I did. When they put it in, I absolutely loved it. Especially for someone like me, it turned into a 3-day weekend, period.
Mm-hmm. And it was like that when I worked my 4 12s.
Yeah.
I mean, my 4 days at Grayton.
Yeah.
I did that for a while. It was good.
And then, so third shift for us is typically like midnight to 7 or 8 a.m.
Not really midnight.
Typically.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Typically it's midnight to like 7 or 8 a.m.
When I did it, it was 11p to 7a.
Mm-hmm. And then the swing shift side of it, and this is what I lived through, was I had the 4 12s Well, no, it wasn't 4/12s. It was a 12-hour shift. For 30 days, I would work 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Just a 12-hour shift. And then after 30 days, I'd work 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And then after 30 days, I switched back to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It was just swinging the time difference, if you will. Mm-hmm. And that worked out because you'd work 12 hours for 2 days in a row, and then you're off for 2 days. And then you work 3 days for the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then you're off for 2 days. And then you work 2 days again for 12 hours. And then you're off for the weekend. Mm-mm. So you eventually ended up having weekends off. You would split having 2 weekends working, 2 weekends not working. Like that. But then you have to, like right after your weekend off, depending on the time of the month, you need to train your body to get ready to shift, to go from 8A to 8P to 8P to 8A. And I did that in the textiles, and it was, cinder fractal like firefighters.
And nurses. Yeah. Some of the nurses do that too. But...
Whoops, wrong button. It was like that. And I, at the time, this was younger Aunt Pruitt, and a little bit more in shape, I guess. It didn't really bother me doing that. Mm-hmm. Plus, not to mention the job that I had at the time, it was in textiles, and it was just super freaking easy. I literally walked around with a clipboard and notes and a flashlight. I had the easiest job. People hated me so much. People hated me so much on that job.
But if it's at night and that's all you got to do, I'd be somewhere passed out.
Well, let me explain. So it was textiles. So that meant we were creating various yarns to go out for shirts and other different materials and whatnot. And hold on, I gotta stop the press because I see a super chat has shown up. Looks like, yep, Ozone Nightmare, $20 donation. What's up, brother? He says, hey fam, and happy Wednesday, Pruitt. Can't hang out live as I gotta go get dinner ready, but I hope all is well. Movie recommendation for everyone is Frankenhooker, a masterpiece of New Jersey trash filmmaking. He's been talking in Patreon. I believe one of his comments in Patreon was about Italian filmmakers, how they can really make something weird and off the wall, or really make something really great.
Oh my gosh.
So there hasn't been much of a middle ground.
He's really good with sitting through them too.
Yeah.
But he loves
He
likes
stuff.
it though. That's the difference.
He's so weird. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you being here. And have a good meal. And can't say that I'll be watching Frankenhooker. I can't. But yeah, the textile thing. So the whole process is literally taking these raw materials, these polymer chips, and melting them down and sending them through this process to where it comes out to be a piece of thread, a piece of yarn, or what have you. And that process is pretty thorough, but then you have the people that are working the lines. They're working on the machines that are just watching this thread come from the ceiling and making sure it gets wound up on these big spools, And so that whole process it could be pretty tedious because they got to make sure the spools are just right. It can be hot where they are because they're melting down these raw materials. So they're all standing there with these super hot things. And yeah, it could be a pain in the ass for those folks. And again, it's 12 hours at a time. And then get this stuff and put it on the spools, and then they shoving them off somewhere else, and they're heavy. And then you see me come walking up with a clipboard, and I'm just taking notes, and and I just walk off because I remember I applied for that job and got into the interview, and again it was just it was almost like you don't belong here. kind of thing is what they said to me. So let us offer you this role instead. And so I ended up working with the actual engineers in the plant. And so what they needed, why are you laughing at me?
It just made me think of a time where I was on a job and some people told me I didn't belong.
Oh, yeah. I know that story. But we'll have to let you tell that story post show. That's what we'll do. We'll leave that in for Patreon. I know that story. Good gosh. But so they hooked me up with, they had like 3 different engineers there, and they explained the job was basically, we need you to collect all this data and then go and watch the process, watch the yarn and how it's going onto the spools and all. I mean, it was dialed in. And there was a computer room. This is how old this place was. The computer took up the whole damn room. I mean, it's just massive, and wasn't no mouse. It was just, it was just switches and buttons, and it was.
And that took a genius to operate, I'm sure. So,
yeah, you had to learn the procedures of making that computer work to do what it needed to do, as far as making sure this valve turned on outside and that kind of thing. So I was able to work with that. And when it was running good, I literally just walked around for 12 hours. And when I was working the night shift, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. or whatever, and it was running good, I was going up to the roof. I went up to the roof and just look at the stars and take a nap. And I had a little pager, because if a machine went wonky or whatever, it would set off alarms. And so I had all of these alarms that linked up to this little pager. So if something buzzed off or whatever, I could dash down the elevator. Nobody else had elevator access. Nobody else had elevator access but the engineers in this, Yeah. Cinder Fractal says lying down. Yeah, pretty much. And we'd go down there and
sidewalk supervisor.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much like the sidewalk supervisor. It was a great gig. I ended up getting laid off because of the textile industry is what it is, you know. So I got laid off right before Christmas. But it was a good time though. So folks, let me know in the YouTube comments your thoughts on a 4-day work week, if you would be down with that. I would totally be down for it. If I were working that type of gig ever again, but right now it's not necessarily what you and I would be doing. We're in the gig life, so we take these invoices when we can get them, that kind of thing. And if it's Monday through Thursday and that's it, cool. We're just going to be there Monday through Thursday, and if it's only a Saturday, we'll take it because it's a nice paying invoice. That's just nature we're in at this particular moment. I don't know what's going on my throat. Oh, the allergies. That's what it is. Anyway, this is Everyday People doing everyday shit. We're going to pause for one more quick break before we get on up out of here. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this. And we're back. Everyday People doing everyday shit. And Pruitt on the mic here. Phoebe Pruitt on the mic over there. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't already, feel free to join our extended family in Patreon. Yeah, so go to patreon.com/AuntPruitt if you want to support the show financially, or you can join it for free. You can join it for free too. It's no problem there. It's still the social network of choice for me anyway. We share what's going on in our day to day, have random conversations literally about random stuff. And it's pretty fun. But yeah, you can go over there and join for free, or join for one of our monetary plans that I think we have an economically conscious plan. I think that's what it's called, in the regular plan. So check it out. You'll get the show without any ads in it and all that good stuff too, just in case that tickles your fancy. So Queen Pruitt, you had something you want to discuss as mentioned in the break. What was that?
Yes. we lost. Everybody knows that Malcom-Jamal Warner was killed by the ocean. And we're just watching all the clips, people putting all the clips on social media platforms, YouTube, of all of the Cosby Show clips that he was in, that he made, really big differences in. And it's just, and it really I struggle with it. I'm with being just frustrated that they have taken the Cosby Show off of TV everywhere. And they can't say that it's because of Bill Cosby, because his other shows are out. Different World is out there, and he had a lot to do with that too. So I honestly think they don't want to put anything on TV with a black family doing great. Something wonderful to look at. That was their opportunity to get away from it. Bill Cosby effed up. Oh, we got to take all of his stuff down. No, that should not be the case. Look at the world. It's atrocious. It's an atrocious place to be. I'm sorry. I don't love it. And we got this person in office, all these people in office that are just kicking the shit out of poor people. And I say poor people because everybody that's poor, except for the poor white people, because they're not affected. They like him. they're for him, most of them. Yeah. So it's really frustrating to me because I loved it. It was something that I look forward to. I even tried to get you to find it. Can you find these shows? Because I want to see them. And they're out there. But no, this is nowhere to find it. Streaming is nowhere to find the episodes that you can just watch. But the Different World is out there, which is great. I just don't understand why they will not put the Cosby Show back on TV, all the 15,000 seasons, because it was really good for people to look and say, this black prominent family was here. And then I didn't even remember that Adam Sandler was on there starting off in the very beginning. All of these things that are coming back up, and I'm like, it's just booty that they won't put it back on TV. It's quite frustrating.
I was going to ask you because I didn't know the back end side of it, far as A Different World, because the Cosby Show was Bill Cosby's show. It was
the Bill Cosby Show, but he had his hand in The Different World.
Hold on. And so I was like, did he create Different World? And you were saying, well, he had his hands in it. Well, according to this right here on IMDb, program creator Bill Cosby. So yeah, what gives? Why is A Different World up there, but not?
Because it ain't the Cosby Show. It ain't the black man with this beautiful family that is doing things wonderful with their family. Yeah, they had screw ups. People get pregnant and, one running off to get married. All of those things were not perfect, but they were a family, and they were a doctor and a lawyer. And it's just something, like I said, I grew up with him looking at that family like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have me a family like that one day, because that's where we could see it. I haven't seen anything like that since.
I can't say that I've seen anything to where they were a freaking physician and an attorney. I can't say I've seen anything like that, but I have seen other shows like the Wayans, Mr. Damon Wayans, My Wife and Kids. He was fairly successful. I don't remember what his profession was. Do you? But he came off as fairly successful.
He owned his own company, and she had a job as like something else.
But even with that was how long ago? That was decade.
Yeah, but it's on TV. It's fine, but it's not the Cosby Show.
No, it ain't the Cosby Show.
It ain't the Cosby Show. It's like people talking about Andy Griffith and trying to replace it with something else that's out here. I don't know what to compare it with, but it's not the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And he did what he did, but oh my God, if that's the case, then take the orange man off of the TV because he's done stuff. Everybody has crap in their closets.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that Bill Cosby is perfect. I don't give a crap. I know what he created on TV was working for people.
Yeah, and then Clarence Brown.
There's nothing I can do about his personal life.
Clarence Brown in the chat says, what about all the Weinstein movies? Ooh, good point. I guess they're still out there too. I don't even really know all of his movies, but damn.
I just don't like that. It just really, but seeing all of
House
the shows.
House of Cards is still on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that man's name?
Spacey. Kevin Spacey. Clarence Brown. Thank you for mentioning that in the chat.
It's just really aggravating because I miss the Cosby Show. I miss looking at it. I love just sitting and watching it, hearing it in the background. Because it was good times. We looked forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Thursday nights. I think somebody even brings that up on another show.
Yeah.
I think it was Golden Girls that they talk about it.
Yeah.
Was it Golden Girls? The Cosby Show was coming on Thursday. I don't know. It was another show where they talk about Thursday nights, but Thursday night was the night for TV.
Yeah.
Even in boarding school, we got to watch The Cosby Show. We got to watch Different World. We got to watch ER. It was like this whole little thing that went down the line of TV. And that was the night that we got to do it. And I really miss it. And just seeing all of those clips just took me down memory lane, and it was a good time. It's good feelings to hear those.
I knew you were very passionate about the show should be back, but the stuff that you're uncovering, I'm like, damn, yeah, good point. I get it. I see where you're coming from. Devil's advocate. What if, and I'm sure this isn't going to happen, what if something was developed in the same vein of the Cosby Show?
I don't know.
Don't know if it ever happened.
No, because Claire Huxtable is Claire Huxtable.
Right?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, but I mean, let's think about it. Let's think about it this way.
Because people have tried to do it.
What about Tyler Perry? I know we keep bringing his name up.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, what if he put something together in that same vein? You know, of course, still not, trading on the intellectual property of Mr. Cosby or anything, but what if he writes something? You think it'll be supported? I mean, heck, he's his own freaking studio now.
He had tried already.
He did?
I don't know. He's have a lot of little TV shows, but not like the Cosbys, though.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody has even tried other than like My Wife and Kids.
Yeah. I can't think of anything outside of that.
With
the Wayans family.
With the family, the whole family. But no, not even that. Even with My Wife and Kids, he only had 3 kids. Bill Cosby had 5 kids, a bunch of grandkids, and it was a whole lot going on with all of them. And the ages were older to Rudy, really young.
Yeah.
And it just, we grew up with that family.
Yeah.
We grew up with Malcom-Jamal Warner, like, oh, God, he is so cute. And then all the cute boys was coming on there, and everybody loved them, some Lisa Bonet and the family. It was just, it was like, that was what
they checked a lot of boxes.
Of us, for people in my community, I know.
They checked a lot of boxes.
Yeah. And it just, if somebody comes up with it, it'd be great.
I think the Wayans is pretty much the only people close enough to doing that, because they actually function production-wise based on their family. I mean, they've all been pretty open about.
Well, you would think that they would have already if they were going to do something like that, because they have it. They can do it. Yeah. And he's been not in it for a while.
Wonder if
and these other little shows they put out, I try to watch them, the sitcoms, the black sitcoms, but it's not the same.
But that's the thing. I wonder if they tried to put something out and tested it, and it didn't test well.
Because it ain't Bill Cosby. It ain't the Cosby Show. Yeah. It's not the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And they could just put it back on. Put it back on so people can, Malcom-Jamal Warner, his family can get paid, you know? Because when it plays, they get paid.
Based off royalties, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. This world is shitty.
Yeah, the whole Weinstein thing, that says a lot right there. That dude did a ton of movies, a ton of big movies.
And it don't even matter if he's Jewish, because I told you last night when we were watching stuff, I get that everybody has gone through something for the most part, except for the ones who saw this video. This white lady said that the white people were here first. And it was hilarious. I think Jock had it on his story.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, this is better than stand up. Yeah.
That's funny.
It was really funny. But I don't remember what I was going to say. I forgot. But anyway, I'm going back to, I can't tell who's Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look at faces, a lineup of faces, and say, pale faces, and say, oh, this person is Jewish, so they might have the same kind of problems that I have in life.
Mm-hmm.
I think back to this guest that I had at the casino that was Jewish. And I remember her whispering it to me.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish.
And you were like, Ann?
So.
Ann? Yeah.
So I understand. Well, why are you whispering?
Yeah.
Why are you whispering to me that you're Jewish if you can, get by with not being Jewish?
Interesting.
Because if you can get by with, I can't whisper to somebody, I'm black.
Do that one more time.
I mean, can I? I'm black. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody.
No, it's just annoying. But he's out here. He's still going because, his homie.
Interesting.
He even in the grave, his homie still got his back. Who got? And I mean, like I said, Bill Cosby. Only him and God knows exactly what happened. Because I
know Felicia Rashad is definitely in his corner. I know that because she took a lot of heat.
She did
for taking up for him, and she hasn't backed down on it.
No, and she's still out here working. And I love Felicia Rashad. I mean, she was the first black mom out there that would smile to you while she cussing you out.
Yeah.
Your mom is probably like that, but mine wasn't.
My mom is very much so like her.
Yes.
Was very much so like her.
Yes, a lot like her. She could just, so what do you mean by that? With a big smile on her face. I just love that about her. And then she had the Hispanic side and they danced that night. It was like, black people do this? Mommy and daddy can get together at night after all the kids are in the bed and they dance and,
Yeah. I agree. There was a lot of stuff like that that was mind blowing to some of us because that's not how our houses were and that's not how our neighborhoods were.
Right. Yeah, but we could look on there and see, somebody somewhere family that looked like me does have this or can.
Yeah.
This can be a possibility.
The closest, I will say this, the closest I had to that Cosby experience was my paternal grandmother. And heck, even my paternal grandfather, even though he was a jackass, he was very successful in his own right and, very business savvy and this and that or what have you. And then my paternal grandmother, they were divorced, but my paternal grandmother, she was an entrepreneur, ran her own flower shop and business savvy. But when it came to the emotional side of things, she was the woman that was all about making sure not only you say I love you, but you come up and you hug and you kiss the grandchildren and tell them, look them in the face. It's very similar to how it was on the Cosby Show. They always hugged Rudy. And
they
always
loved each other.
Yeah,
physically and by mouth.
Yeah,
verbally.
Yeah. We're going to edit that out. We'll edit that out. Let's go ahead and mark that on the screen there. Done.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, my grandmother, she was all right, man. And again, I can remember as a young boy, it used to freak me out a little bit when she would come and pick us up and she'd greet us at the door, hey, and hug us and kiss us right on the lips. It used to freak me out a little bit because I wasn't used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't used to that type of behavior, and again, I've already spoken about this with my mom and the rest of my family. I know they loved us, especially my mom. I know that woman loved us, but she didn't express it the way my grandmother did, and so that freaked me out a little bit. It took me, but I eventually got used to it. This is how she communicates. She hugs you and she kisses you right on the lips and tells you how great you are. And tells you how she believes in you and this and that. And, that was the closest I got to the Cosby Show. All right. Well, dear, wow. Fan that mic because it's smoking now. A lot of fire.
I don't know. I saw that Brianna stuff and I'm like, I don't even know what the outcome is. I just know it ain't going to be good because they don't care, especially now when they're, there's no more.
I'm looking forward.
There's no more race issues. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter. That don't matter. Race, no, that doesn't matter. They're going to get rid of that in the Constitution probably soon. They tried. So that doesn't even matter. So to see her name pop up again, I don't feel like it would be good. Any of it is going to be good nowadays.
Cinder Fractal, I just saw your comment here. She says, I don't know if my screen will roll up. Where'd it go? Tyler Perry. I think she said Tyler Perry could do something like the Brady Bunch, a blended family. I want to say, yeah, Tyler Perry should do something like the Brady Bunch, blended families. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Because there's a lot of that out there anyway. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of there where?
A lot of blended families in the Black community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be interesting. I'm curious to see if he would execute that, how he would execute that. Yeah, good thought, Cinder Fractal.
The new movie, I watched it. I know you weren't interested in it. Like I told Jacob.
What movie?
Medea's Destination Vacation, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in it. I'll watch it with you.
I didn't watch it.
But I wouldn't. I'm not going to be coming up, hey, you want to watch? No.
I already watched it.
Okay. Thoughts?
It is, I watched it because I have to keep my Black card. And you have to watch Tyler Perry movies to keep that. It's a good, I like the story and I like the message.
Yeah.
He has good writing. He has a great message. He
always does that.
I didn't know that's where it was going until it got there. And I appreciated that.
Okay.
And it had some funny parts, but it was not funny.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
It had some funny parts.
That's a lot of content today. Funny parts.
It had some funny parts, but it was comedy. Not like funny though. But yeah, like that one you were talking. The bear. The bear is labeled as a comedy, but that is not. I don't even want to watch it.
It's not a comedy. They got some funny parts in there with Maddie Matheson, but it is not a comedy.
Well, no, I could see that somebody outside of having families like what, because Tyler Perry's family, the one he talked about, like we all have family members like that.
Yeah.
Like he has, that he writes about. And you could just imagine taking your whole family on a destination.
No, I cannot.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. If you
Well,
okay, last night, but just think about taking some of your family or even some of my relatives on a destination vacation in the Bahamas at the Atlantis. You know how I felt at the Atlantis when y'all told me I had to go down the slide. Yeah, there was a part in there, and I felt that's what was funny to me, because I was like, I feel you. I don't want to go down there and slide either. I didn't want to go either.
Atlantis was nice though. Other than that, Atlantis was nice.
Oh, Atlantis was nice. All of it was good. I just don't know how to swim. So you telling me to go down this little tube, and I don't know what's going to happen on the other end. Like, am I going to fall into the water? You know, and then us flipping over in the one tube, me and you together in that tube, and we flipped over in the
Patreon. I will share a video of that trip.
Oh my God.
It's already out there.
Oh, okay.
So it's already out there. So if you really want to look for it, you can, but I'm going to put it in Patreon in particular so they don't have to search for it. But that Atlantis, that was...
The ocean kicked there behind.
That shit was unbelievable. It was beautifully dangerous.
It was beautifully dangerous. Luckily, none of us got pulled out. But just being where we were, we got beat down.
Beautifully dangerous. I'd never gone to a beach and left with a concussion, you know?
Ooh, that was something else. It was something else. But I'm glad I got to experience it, because I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, he really went to the Bahamas and probably rented out the whole building, because I remember that building. Either that or he has a really good replica.
No, I'm sure they
of it.
I'm sure they paid a permit fee and rented that. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah,
it was all good pressed.
Oh goodness, it was nice watching it and saying, I've been there. Can't say that I've been to Disney World or anything or land or anything like that, but
you ain't missing nothing.
I've been to the Bahamas.
You ain't missing nothing. I better be careful saying that, because a certain person might come after me for bad mouthing Disney.
Yeah.
She's all of whole 4'11", so she's really, really badass.
Yes, she is.
Love you, dear. I hope she's doing okay, and she's been pretty busy and dealing with stuff too. All right, folks, we're going to get out of here, and Cinder Fractal puts in their better show title, Beautifully Dangerous. Yep, that's what we'll do. Beautifully Dangerous. I like that. Thanks for being here in the community, everybody. It means a lot. Please continue to tell other folks about this here random ranting and raving on these mics each and every week. Again, we're available on all the podcast apps out there, as well as right here on YouTube. And so just tell folks about it, hit the share button, likes, and all of that good stuff. If you'd like to support the show, that is the easiest way to do it. It's right there. Other ways that you can support the show is use our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Aunt Pruitt. Again, that's patreon.com/Aunt Pruitt. You can go in there and join for free. I've mentioned that to a handful of people. You can join for free, but if you'd like to contribute monthly, we'd greatly appreciate that. Because as I've said before, every single penny that comes into Patreon has gone toward paying a bill here for us at some point. It would be a power bill, something. Every single cent has been for taking care of a bill. So thank y'all for helping us pay the bills. Also, you can shop on Amazon, amazon.com/Aunt Pruitt. Again, AuntPruitt.com/Amazon. Sorry. AuntPruitt.com/Amazon. AuntPruitt.com/Amazon. And again, it'll take you to your regular Amazon app or a regular Amazon webpage, and you won't know any different. You won't feel any difference. It's just the same, other than they'll eventually send us a couple cents here and there for the stuff that you purchase. And I really do appreciate that. We do have a Plantastic Pothead update. One of our newest members, which will be mentioned here once we get into August, one of our newest members has requested a Plantastic Pothead, and I'm going to further discuss it with Queen Pruitt over there, but it won't be getting shipped out, but they have requested it. And that's about all I'll say on that. And I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you for that. And I look forward to sharing more details about that pothead very, very soon. All right. In the meantime, folks, please continue to do something good for yourself. Do something good for someone else. And know that it is okay to love you some you, because damn it, you're freaking worth it. Y'all take it easy.